This is a being and becoming midday reset. Take a breath. For the next few minutes, let's clear the noise and find your focus again. You had a plan for today. It was reasonable. Written down or just held in your head, it was a clear enough picture of what the day was supposed to contain and roughly when. And somewhere between then and now, the plan and the day separated. Not because of anything dramatic. There was no crisis, no emergency, nothing you could point to and say that's the thing that derailed it. Just the ordinary accumulation of what a day actually is. The message that needed a longer reply than expected. The task that turned out to have 3 subtasks nobody mentioned. The conversation that was supposed to take 10 minutes and took 30. The kind of things that don't show up on a plan because plans don't have room for them. And now there's this, a low hum underneath everything else, the feeling of being behind. It's not acute, it doesn't announce itself, it's more like background noise that you become aware of when the room gets quiet, when you glance at the list, or check the time, or notice how much afternoon is left and how much is still undone. It attaches to small things, a task you haven't started, an email you meant to send, the particular weight of something you've been moving to tomorrow for 3 days now. It's specific and uncomfortable and very familiar to anyone who has ever tried to do more than one thing in a day, which is everyone. It doesn't feel like a cognitive state. It feels like a fact, like an accurate read of where you stand. Like something is genuinely wrong with how this day has gone, and you are the reason. It isn't. And understanding where the feeling actually comes from is what steadies you enough to get the afternoon back. The feeling of being behind isn't produced by how much you've done. It's produced by a comparison. On one side of the comparison, the day as it actually happened. On the other, an imagined version of today in which everything went according to the plan. That imagined version is smooth and uninterrupted. It has no messages that arrived at the wrong moment, no tasks that expanded, no energy dips, no human beings who needed something unexpected. It's a clean sequence of items completed in order, on time, without friction. That version of today doesn't exist. It never did. It's not a day, it's a list. And lists are always simpler than days because days contain everything a list leaves out. The comparison runs automatically. You don't decide to measure your actual day against the imagined one. The brain does it for you, constantly, without being asked. This is especially pronounced in people who set precise plans and hold themselves to them carefully. The clearer your original picture of how today was supposed to go, the sharper the contrast when the day goes differently. The very habit of planning, which is generally useful, makes the feeling of diverging from the plan more acute. The gap between your actual day and the imagined one isn't failure. It's just the difference between a plan and reality, which is structural. It happens to everyone, every day, regardless of how carefully they plan or how capable they are. A plan is a prediction made with incomplete information. The day arrives with complete information. The two will never match exactly. That's not a problem to be solved. It's simply what days are. The feeling doesn't just sit there uncomfortably, it actively costs you. When you feel behind, your attention scatters. You move between tasks faster, staying with each one less, trying to make back time by covering more ground. You start things without finishing them. You check things that don't need checking. You open tabs you don't read. You spend real cognitive energy tracking how far behind you are rather than doing the work that would actually move you forward. The feeling is trying to motivate you, but the mechanism is wrong. It creates urgency without direction, which produces activity without traction. The feeling creates the very slowdown it's warning you about. It's not a useful signal, it's interference. The imagined version of today, the one against which you're measuring yourself and coming up short, was never the real target. It was a starting point, a rough sketch. The actual work is always messier and more interesting than the plan predicted, which is partly why it takes longer. Depth takes time. Thinking takes time. Dealing with people takes time. None of that is behind schedule. It's just what the work actually is. The feeling dissolves when you close the comparison, not by lowering your standards or telling yourself the day was fine when it wasn't, but by recognizing that the imagined version of today you've been measuring against was always a fiction, and a fairly thin one. The real day, with all its friction and detours, is what actually happened. That's the one that counts. What you have right now is the afternoon. Not the morning you planned, not the version of today that went smoothly. The afternoon, as it actually is, with whatever is still in it. That's the whole territory. That's what's available. One thing done with your full attention is worth more than 5 things done in the scattered, slightly frantic energy that the feeling of being behind tends to produce. The feeling will tell you to go faster, cover more ground, Start the next thing before the current one is finished. The better move is the opposite. One thing, chosen clearly, followed through. That's how the afternoon gets used well, not by trying to recover the morning, but by being fully present for what's actually in front of you now. It will probably come back tomorrow. Plans and days diverge every day, which means the comparison runs every day. But now you know what it is when it does. You know it's automatic, you know it's not accurate. And you know that closing it is as simple as setting down the imagined version of today and picking up the real one. The feeling loses its grip the moment you stop treating it as information and start treating it as weather, something that passes through, not something that defines where you stand. What's true is simpler. The day has been what it has been. The afternoon is still ahead. Your thinking is clearer and steadier now than it was when you pressed play. That's a solid place to start from. That's your reset. Go do the next one. The afternoon is still yours. And if you need another minute before you do, the music is here. Let it finish. There's no rush.